Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for us to have a bit of a discussion today about probably the worst thing that's going on in Wuthering Waves, and that is the ongoing Tower of Adversity reset that has pretty much every single player possible that is engaging with Wuwa's Endgame. Well, it's either raising some alarm bells or it's actually getting them commenting, bitching, moaning about it in droves, because we got one post over here on the Wuthering Waves guide subreddit, which is essentially like a, not really like even a subsidiary, it's just like kind of like a related one to the main subreddit, talking about how bad the TOA reset actually is. I'm using this subreddit because if you go on the actual main subreddit itself, ladies and gentlemen, all you're gonna see is posts removed by the moderators that are reaching, you know, like actually reaching quite viral levels that are all related to just how bad the TOA reset actually is. You can tell that there is some degree of like censorship going on regarding pretty much anything regarding the endgame mode. There are a couple of posts that are like allowed to stay up, like I think this one, but as you can see, this one too, a lot of the others, even if they're getting highly upvoted, right? Especially this one, closer to the hundreds with the 100 comments, they're just getting obliterated. And some could view this as, oh, people are trying to like, you know, mislead the discussion. People are trying to control some of the spam going on because it's such a hot discussion matter. I don't really know what it is, what this moderation team is deciding to do, but let's just say it's not a particularly good look for one of the worst things that has happened to the game to, well, have happened, HP inflation in the endgame, and then to see just basically every single moderating power in the space just going ahead and trying to censor it. Because this is legitimate criticism for possibly one of the most absurd balancing moves I've seen a developer do in a game before. And today, our purpose is to go on into what these balance decisions actually were, why they're so bad overall for the health of the game, and the long-lasting implications, right, that ignoring something like this will actually do. Because that's kind of like the next step when you see this much active censorship, right? That's kind of like the next step when you see so many posts getting actively removed, moderated, so on and so forth. Well, that could lead to some really big issues later on. So let's get ourselves oriented with the big problem over here. And that is going to be the Tower of Adversity. And mainly the Hazard Tower. For the prime reason being, well, there's been a fuck ton of HP inflation in this game mode. And the end result of that HP inflation is that certain floors, like 2-1, this floor isn't supposed to be that hard. It is supposed to be a bit of a challenge, right? Especially compared to floors, like the last floors of like the right side over here where you're facing a level 90 enemy. And of course, you know, the last floor on this side where you're again facing level 90 enemies. This guy's going to be level 100. But you would expect that this boss would actually be easier, right, than maybe this set of bosses down here, or especially the duo level 100 bosses that you find on Hazard 4. This stage is harder than both of those. Yes, this is currently the hardest stage in the reset, and possibly one of the hardest TOA stages we've had in a long time for one main reason. Bro got HP inflated 40% in the span of 2 resets. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not even fucking joking about that. Let's just go ahead and take a look at some of these HP inflation numbers over here. In this category, we're going to see the final boss of a TOA zone, right? There's going to be the left tower, the right tower, and of course, hazards 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is going to be taking a look at the overall HP levels of all of those floors. And so as you can see, the left tower over here in this boss, it got an HP inflation of roughly about 20% in the 36th TOA reset we ever had. The 36th TOA reset we ever had was essentially the Cyberpunk one. And I'll tell you why the HP inflation didn't feel that bad in this reset in just a bit, especially for floor 1. But that's essentially where some of the stuff actually started over here. And you can see that the left side got a bit of an HP buff in the Cyberpunk reset, and then the right side, well, it got the HP buff in this reset. These two towers, though, the left and the right zones, they're not that bad, though, because it's level 90 enemies. They have more HP, but they end up taking a lot more damage, too, and pretty much every invested team should be able to deal with the left and side towers. However, as you can see in Hazard 1 over here, Hazard 1, there was a 20% HP inflation in the 36th reset, and then 20% more in the 37th one. And so that makes the total HP inflation from reset 35 to 37, 44%. In about 60 days, Hazard 1's boss, its HP went up 44%. That's why this bitch feels impossible. That's why this bitch feels so hard to kill. His HP has gone up 44% from the 35th reset. We're on the 37th one. In 2 resets, his HP went up 44%. Do you begin to see why so many of these floors, they feel like kind of just absolutely fucked up? However, right, I did say I was going to talk about before why the 36th reset, where we had 20% HP inflation still on Hazard 1, why it didn't feel that bad. That's because the 36th reset, ladies and gentlemen, this was the buff. Attack is increased by 20%, and Resonators gain a 30% all damage bonus for 20 seconds upon using an intro skill. And you were also fighting Crownless, who's way easier to fight against. Crownless actually feels like a fair boss, compared to the Lampy Lumen Myriad, which is essentially like 3 different diseases put into a playable form. So, A, the buff was way better in the last reset. B, the boss had 20% less HP in the last reset. And C, the boss wasn't a freezing, annoying, giga-cancerous motherfucker in the past reset. Because guess what? This is a 1.0 boss that actually happens to be one of the hardest bosses in the game, because bro is just one of the most evasive bastards. He teleports, and he also gains Toon Break invulnerability for like 15 seconds. You don't see very many bosses with this long of like Toon Break invulnerability, but this guy will like do his triple pounce and be Toon Break invulnerable the whole fucking time as he's doing like the bounce for like 10 seconds. It's just like, even if you engage with the new mechanics, this guy is just a complete fucking asshole. And this is how you know this shit is cooked. I'm just gonna use for you one of the most shilled fucking teams you can run this reset, and you'll see that the time still isn't that good. I'm gonna be using my new Curson. And the thing about my new Curson is that this guy has such an insane amount of investment, it's almost fucking illegal.
Has to be clean.
No, this guy's gonna fucking cook. You can see it over here. So, yeah, we're gonna be playing a little bit of this Denya team. He's gonna be on his SIG as well. So, like, yeah, he should really fuck this thing up. Let's just see how it goes. Let's just see how it goes. Because you would imagine, right, this should just fuck everything up. And Luke is a boss that's very good against the Lampy Lumen too. Extremely good against it.
Gotcha.
Oh, sorry. I might be playing on like 10 FPS because I like reinstalled my graphics drivers, so I think they're like still warming up. Yeah, basically AMD rolled out like the shittiest update ever. And the end result, right, was that... Oh god. Yeah, so the end result, right, was that it didn't work.
Forgive me.
Oh god.
Vanish! Ashes to ashes!
Pain relief initiated. Vessels laid. Ash takes form. Time to incise.
Do you see how tanky this guy is?
Dissection! Entombed in daybreak, I bestow eternal peace. I am
assuming master control. Locked in.
I would expect that, especially considering Luke uses these buffs. He's a Spectro damage dealer, by the way, that also benefits from basic attack buffs. Guys, this is a fully shield run.
Don't look at me. Get lost.
This is a fully shield team.
Struggling only pains you more.
On near max investment, S0R1.
Blink and agony I deliver. Merciful
and it's
death.
3 rotations.
Split in 4.
Assuming master control. Processing complete. Initiating criticality protocol. Is it my turn? Please don't. Pity me. Let's get this over with.
Oh my
Take
God.
a bite. Darkness.
Immediate procedure. Dissection. Imbalance.
And the reality over here, right, is that maybe we saved like 5 seconds
exposed.
over here.
Game over.
Getting interrupted a bit less on Denya.
Return to silence. My scalpel etches your epitaph.
But that is clearing maybe with 30 seconds left if I'm sweating like crazy. But that's basically requiring 3 liberations from Luke. Like 3 liberations. Like it's... Again, we are fully benefiting from every part of this buff. We have the crit damage bonus. We benefit from that. We have 40% basic attack damage bonus. We benefit from that. And enemy spectre resistance decreased by 10%, bro. We are benefiting from that. And that was the clear. That, bro, that feels like shit. That feels like fucking shit when I'm doing a full shield run. Now, fuck it. Let me just show you what it looks like when you decide to, God forbid, right? Like, let's just imagine I'm trying to play this.
The battlefield is dynamic.
Like, let's just imagine I'm trying to play this. Like, bro, I want to see Mormon. Hey, Mormon, hit the gritty. Yo, Mormon, just hit the gritty with this one, bro. Like, I don't know if you can do it. Bro, I don't know if you can do this one. This one seems really hard. Especially like Lampy Lumen stuff. Yeah, I don't know about this one. Yeah, all right, bro. Let's see it. Oh, wait, no. He can definitely do Hazard 2. He can definitely do Hazard 2. He can't do Hazard 1, though. Hazard 2, no, Gian can do that one. And that's the fucked up part about this reset. Hazard Floor 2 is a complete joke. It is legitimately possibly the easiest floor out of all the towers.
Not bad, huh? God, I'm on my edge.
I'm kind of getting my ass beat, aren't I?
In war with time. Loading.
Fury boils. Inferno. Feel my
Wait, am I even enraged?
Let's do this another for battle. Fear no more. Don't you worry.
Hey, the damage looks great,
My
though.
last breath. Break.
Yeah, I'm doing like 14k ticks. That shit looks crazy, though.
Yeah.
As you wish.
Astral modulation. Loading.
Fury boils.
Yeah, no, this is rough.
God, I'm on my edge. Burn to ashes. Let's do this another way. Don't you worry.
I think my favorite part is that this guy like has
Till my last breath.
that ability to freeze. That just feels really good. Honestly, this might be able to clear actually. With that 40%, maybe it's like barely enough.
What a
I engraft you.
Yeah, maybe that 40% is like barely enough.
Fury boils. Inferno.
Bro, how did he get so far away? Wait, how did he get so far away?
Let's do this another for battle.
You see why people don't like this guy?
Don't you worry.
Oath from the heart.
Yeah, maybe in one universe. The kind of like issue is that I don't think that you're just getting cooked. Even on like 2.x, 3.x units, people are getting cooked. Do you think that you're gonna get like, you're gonna do better on 1.x units that are dealing with the Lampy Lumen's moveset? No, you're probably not able to use them there. Literally, you know there's a massive issue, right? When I can just take a Gian team into this floor 2 over here, right? Guys, I'm pretty sure I will first time clear this with plenty of time to spare.
Stay calm.
Basically, what I'm here to talk about is how I don't understand why there's such a big difference in difficulty. Like, why there's such a big difference in what it feels like you're even able to do, or how you're even able to play the game, right? And part of it just feels like it hasn't been play tested. Because this is what floor 2 feels like, right? And you like look at this and you're like, wait, this looks like actually like greatly balanced. Oh, I just saw like a Gion mow through both fucking ad waves in one liberation.
The feeling of pain.
As you wish.
In war with time. Loading.
Like, guys,
Inferno.
this is what the clear looks like on floor 2. It's like, doesn't this just look like a normal floor?
Don't you worry.
From recent memory, a normal floor.
Don't you worry.
Vow from the soul.
Quirklinger. Burn!
Astral modulation. Loading.
Fury boils. Burn to ashes. Let's do this another way. Don't you worry.
Ordained.
As you wish. Inferno.
I engraft you new. Loading.
Fury boils. Silence. Let's do this another way. Battle. Fear no more.
Vow from the soul.
So, that's clearing. I am literally clearing Gion, basically S0R1. Yes, floor 2, clearing it. First try, by the way, with like 20 seconds left. First try. Basically getting the same time as a modern Luke Herson team that also has the Spectre resistance like debuff. Bro, this is literally clearing faster than 2.x teams on this side. Let me just tell you this. I was using a Zani Phoebe team that's fully benefiting from this with like Phoebe 2 as well, right? Bro, that was clearing like at 310. Essentially the same as this Gion team over here on side 2. That's how fucked up the balance is. And guys, you're really starting to see the impacts of it. You're really starting to see the damage of something like this in real time. Because before, we didn't see the impact of the 20% HP inflation on Crownless. People were 2 rotating this hoe with no issues at all because you got a 20% attack increase and then a 30% all damage bonus. Not just to a certain type, all damage bonuses. Here, bro, you actually have to use heavier basic attack damage bonuses to, I think, even clear. Bro, like, if you're not using a heavier basic attack damage bonus, bro, I don't even know if you're going to be able to clear this one. I'm being honest with you. It's tough. And you want to know the craziest fucking part that really makes this shit cooked? Bro, it's easier to do floors 3 and 4. It's literally easier to do floors 3 and 4 than it is to do floor 1. Because for floors 3 and 4, you could just do this crazy thing called put in your free Rebecca, right? And remove this 15% all attribute resistance debuff that enemies are doing to get tankier. Putting in Rebecca just removes it, and then Rebecca's a decent all-around general buffer too. They somehow balance this game mode in a way where floors 3 and 4 are actually more conquerable than the first one. I'm not saying they're comfy. I'm not saying they're easy. I'm saying they're easier when they're supposed to be the hardest floors in the reset. So that just means this shit is horrifyingly, criminally overtuned. And hopefully, this breakdown over here that's literally showing you 44%, right? That makes it obvious. Because, as you see over here, Hazard 2, the one that we cleared with Gian, that wasn't much of a problem, was it? That wasn't much of an issue, was it? Because that's actually the lowest HP inflated floor in the game. Hazard 2, it only has gone up 15% in 2 resets, while every other fucking floor, guys, has gone up by more. And that's just the truth regarding this. But do you want to know what's kind of like the most cooked of them all? It's seeing that Hazard 3, it's gotten 45.68% HP inflation. You see Hazard 3 over here? This one is still one of the easiest floors we have in the TOA now. And you want to know why? All you need to do is take a look at the HP numbers, guys. This 45% wasn't that bad in Hazard Floor 3 because it's split across a bunch of mobs spawning at once. And so, if these guys get inflated by 40% each, it's really like less than 40%, right? Because you're damaging both of them at once. So it's kind of like HP inflation that you even see in Floor 3. It's not even as real because it's multiple waves, multiple enemies that are spawning at once. And so you're damaging them both, right, at the same time. So HP inflation, the effect of it on mobs where 2 of them appear at once, it's effectively halved. And so that's why Floor 3 doesn't even feel that bad. But Floor 4, with the HP inflation it's gotten, 27.98%, it's definitely gotten harder. It's definitely getting harder. But it's still not as bad as this one. And I think this is just going to show that Kuro Games is kind of like not really that sure of what to do in any of the endgame modes other than End State Matrix. Do you want to know why? Because End State Matrix is the endgame mode that's immune to HP inflation. It's just based off of how much damage you deal and the amount of points that you score. So like other than a couple of small achievements, it doesn't really matter about HP going up in that game mode. But HP going up is what they decided to do for, well, the TOA. It's happening over here in ridiculous numbers as we just saw. But it's also occurring in Wuthering Waves, where they're actually not inflating Wuthering Waves as much as the TOA, but it's still got up by 20% in recent resets. So both of them aren't really feeling good right now. And the end result is that End State Matrix kind of feels like the only end game right now that doesn't really feel like complete dog shit. But do you want to know what the issue is, guys? Some people are saying this is like the new ZZZ. This is like the new Genshin. I think this is the issue, guys. It's not even that they're shilling certain characters. Even the shilled characters don't feel good. Right? Like, I use a shilled team in Genshin. I use a shilled team in ZZZ. It's free. I can literally play with my eyes closed. It's that free. Because the shilling and the buffs are so strong. Bro, I can't even do that with, like, Luke Herson on Floor 1. Like, he doesn't even feel good on Floor 1. Like, the shilling doesn't even feel like shilling. So it's like, even though Luke is the guy, Luke is like the cheat code for this boss, he doesn't even feel that great. Because the buffs aren't even that strong. It's just the boss is fucking cooked. And that's what we're seeing so much of, right? Because floors 3 and 4, I'm pretty sure you can, like, actually fucking do them with teams that you want. This one, I don't even think you can. Because there's a reason why there's a reason why so many of these posts are getting deleted. Because you want to know what these people are saying? I'm going in with my S0R1 team. My S0R1 for Lova. Everybody has their signature. It's all limited 5-star characters, and I can't clear. And let's be honest here. That's a pretty bad fucking look. But that is the true and honest state of the game currently. The true and honest state of the game currently. And all you're going to be seeing from here on out, right? Well, more and more discussions regarding how difficult this shit has gotten. Because I don't even know what advice I can give for somebody. Right? I don't even know what advice I can give for somebody that's struggling over here. What? Use a Camellia? What? Just use your newest team? I don't really even know. because this isn't like one of those situations where it's like you can like put in like a certain character and then like trivialize the boss or something. This guy's just a fucking bastard that has too much health. And you don't have enough time to clear him. His HP just needs to be reduced. That's it. And so many more team comps, so many more DPSs, so many more options become available. Because right now, you just need to be a fucking team that shits out damage like fucking crazy. Or you are not 3-starring this guy. And if that's kind of like the future heading forward, it means like more damage ceiling caps, raises, and stuff like that. That just means more and more units that you might not be able to use in the endgame. More and more units that you might have invested in before that you're just not going to have the opportunity to keep using anymore. And to me, that's one of the biggest losses ever, when so many kits in this game feel very good to play. So many old kits are still very, very, very fun. And to kind of like just see options taken off without any kind of like more really being put on at the same time, it just kind of just feels like a waste for some reason. Because like as you can see over here, his kit still feels good to play in 2026, but it's almost like Kuro doesn't want you to play these units. You can obviously still make him work, but not on floors and not on bosses where their HP is going up 44% in 2 resets. 44% HP inflation in 2 fucking resets, bro. Bro, this might be more than like the past year of the game. Yet we might have HP inflated more in 60 days than we have in like a whole 360. I actually think so. Like what else could this fucking be? Bro, this is actually almost criminal. And I hope Kuro addresses it. I hope you put in the feedback. Fuck it. If you're like actually this mad about this, which I can tell a lot of you are because you're making so many butthurt Reddit posts. Not that I'm saying there's an issue with that. Keep doing that, right? I think you can even go ahead, go to like this gear thing, right? And like, fuck it, bro, I don't know. Like, how do I send in feedback? Hey, you fucking shit up. You sucking ass. Hey, where do I put the feedback in though? I don't know. Somebody said there was a button here to do that. Game menu, not settings. Oh. That's a weird place to put it. I'm gonna be honest. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I ain't talking no fucking... I ain't giving China my data. Hey, it is what it is. Anyways, yeah, use that if you guys want. That looks like shit, so I'm not gonna use it. All right, let me know what you all thought about this situation. Peace out.